Hi Year Nines, hope that you're well. The homework that I've set you this week is one, to have a little bit of fun with an app, but also for you to learn about another artist. It's really easy for us to go onto the internet, search up artists, look at really modern artists, which is fantastic. It keeps things fresh and original all the time, but it's also really important for us as art students to remember some of the original sort of great masters of art, if be they're British artists, European, global. Very, very important, because at the end of the day, art is all about context, and actually understanding the context of art is just as important as understanding just about the artwork itself. So you may have seen this on the news. So this year, they changed the £20 notes. They're like the new plasticky ones. I know there's a proper name for it, but I've forgotten. And what they did, the reason why is they're a lot harder to forge. And on the front here is one of Britain's most famous artists, J.W. Turner, William Turner. William was a British artist. He died in the 19th century. He was born in London, spent a lot of time in Margate. And if you research his work, a lot of his work is linked with sort of countryside scenes, a lot to do with the sea. Apparently, at times, he went out to ships at sea. He tied himself to the crow's nest at the top of the ship. He felt the weather, he experienced the storms, and that's what he painted. So quite often, if students want to look at movement in paintings, or weather, or paintbrush strokes, or directional painting, I will quite often point them to William Turner. Now, William Turner, he's a bit of a celebrity. He was quite an eccentric chap when he was about on the art scene. He was a bit wild and crazy, and this is what made his work different. I know probably when you look at it, you wouldn't think his work was wild and crazy, but at the time, in context, his work looking at storms and movement and sea were very evocative. Now, William Turner this year was chosen out of about 500 different people to have his face put on the new £20 note. Now, there is a filter on Snapchat, and I've put it on showing my homework how to do it, that if you take a photo and you scan it and you take that photo on Snapchat, the artwork comes to life. The picture on the £20 note comes to life, and it will tell you about William Turner. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, why am I getting you to look at an artist which is, you know, I know to you, some of you may think his work looks a little bit old-fashioned, but actually it is very important that you understand some of the origins of British art. Also, another thing that William Turner is famous for, there is a very famous, prestigious art prize called the Turner Prize. It's quite a cool prize. It's on Channel 4 every year, and British artists get put up for nomination. Many famous British artists such as Grayson Perry, who we've looked at, Tracy Emin, very, very famous artists started off by winning the Turner Prize. Quite often they're a little bit weird and wacky. People do say Turner would be turning in his grave if he saw the kind of artists that are winning it. But Turner was very, very influential. And if you ever have to research the Turner Prize, it's all about him. It's in his name. Okay. So for your homework, I want you, please, to try to, if you can, download the Snapchat app, find the new £20 note, scan it, learn a little bit about Turner. Then what I would like you to do is to find a piece of his work and either copy all of the work or a section of it. It's all explained and shown my homework. It can be quite abstract if you want it to be, because some of his work is quite abstract, or it can be quite realistic. But it's really important that over the next couple of years, we look at a range of different artists, not just people that are very present and current. Okay, now I really look forward to seeing your work. Good luck with doing that. It's brilliant. I think it's really fab. And hopefully as well in the future, when things are back and open, we'll be able to go to the National Gallery in London by Trafalgar Square, where a lot of his work is being hung. Okay, good luck.